Your mother doesn't have Instagram. She doesn't have TikTok. She doesn't have a profile picture. She doesn't have followers. But somehow, she knows exactly when something is wrong with you. She hasn't posted a single photo in her life, but she has memorized your face in every version. The baby face, the teenage face, the face you make when you're pretending to be okay. We are the last generation who had a mother like this, simple, quiet, waiting. And this video is about that feeling, about the quiet, extraordinary kind of love that existed before notifications existed at all. You are not broken for feeling guilty. You are not a bad person for getting lost in your phone. You are not selfish for building a life that looks different from the one she built. What you're feeling right now, that mix of nostalgia and warmth and something that aches a little, is one of the most human things a person can experience. It's the brain recognizing a love so foundational, so unconditional, so woven into your earliest memories that it doesn't need a platform to exist. It just does. Quietly, constantly. Your brain is not confused. It's connecting, and that connection matters. Picture this. Right now, somewhere in your home, or maybe far away in another city, your mother is sitting, not scrolling, not posting, not watching reels, just sitting. Maybe she's folding clothes. Maybe she's in the kitchen. Maybe she's just staring at the wall, thinking about you. And where are you? You're here, watching this video, scrolling, swiping, living inside a screen. When did this happen? When did we get so far away while sitting so close? You remember the last time your phone rang and it was her? What did you do? Be honest. Did you pick up immediately? Or did you stare at the screen for a second and think, I'll call back later? Later? We always say later. She doesn't say later. She picks up on the first ring every single time, no matter what she's doing, no matter how tired she is, no matter if it's midnight or 5 inches the morning. First ring, always. Think about what her love actually looked like, not in theory. In detail. She didn't post about it. She didn't caption it. There are no aesthetically lit photos of the moments she showed up for you. No timestamp on the night she stayed up waiting. No highlight reel of every meal she made when she was exhausted. No viral clip of the way she looked at you when you walked through the door, just to make sure you were okay. She expressed love the way her generation knew how, through presence, through action, through the smallest, most specific acts of attention that nobody else would have even noticed. She remembered the thing you mentioned once, weeks ago, about the food you didn't like, and she never made it again. She didn't make a big deal of it. She just quietly removed it from your world. That's not a small thing. That's a whole language. A language of care that requires no words and leaves no record. Psychologists call this kind of love attuned caregiving. It's the experience of being known, not performed for, not broadcasted to, actually known. And the research on this is clear. Being truly known by another person is one of the deepest forms of emotional security a human being can experience. It shapes the nervous system. It shapes how we understand love. It shapes what we spend the rest of our lives searching for. Your mother was that for you, before you had a name for it, before you understood what it meant. And here's the part nobody really talks about. She did all of this without the language we have now. She didn't have terms like emotional labor or attachment theory or love languages. She didn't read threads about how to raise confident children or watch videos on setting healthy boundaries. She operated on something older than all of that. Instinct, sacrifice, and a kind of devotion so quiet it almost looked like nothing. It wasn't nothing. You know that now. Maybe you knew it then too. In the way a child knows something is safe without being able to explain why. Her presence was the explanation. Her consistency was the proof. And somewhere in your adult life, with the noise and the speed and the endless feed of everything, that quiet consistency started to feel distant. Not because it changed, because everything around it did. Go back. Go way back. You were maybe 6 years old? 7, 8. You had a bad dream. You woke up scared. The room was dark. And before you could even call her name, she was already there. How did she know? She just knew. That's the thing about your mother. She always just knew. Remember when you were sick as a kid? Not a little sick. Really sick. Fever. Chills. The whole thing. She didn't Google your symptoms. She didn't watch a YouTube video. She just put her hand on your forehead. And somehow, that hand was the medicine. That warmth, that presence. You felt safer instantly. Not because the fever was gone, but because she was there. Remember the food? She remembers what you like. She still remembers. Even now, when you come home after months or years, the food you liked as a child is already on the table. She didn't ask. She just made it because she never forgot. She never forgets anything about you. The shirt you liked, the song you used to hum, the way you take your tea. She holds all of it, stored away, saved, not in iCloud. In her heart, you're scrolling, she's sitting. That image is so specific, so precise, that it probably just played in your mind like a memory. Because it has happened. It has happened more than once. You in the glow of your screen, moving fast through a world she doesn't live in. Her in the same room or across a phone call waiting. Not demanding, not performing hurt, just waiting. And the guilt of that when it surfaces is not a simple feeling. It's layered. It carries childhood in it. It carries the memory of running to her when you were small. It carries the knowledge of how much she has done without ever asking for credit. It carries a grief that you can't quite name because she's still here, she's still alive, and yet something feels like it's already passing. Psychologists describe this as anticipatory grief. The ache of knowing something is precious while you still have it, the brain trying to hold on even before there is a loss to hold on to. It's not morbid. It's love. It's awareness. It's the part of you that understands what is real. What is real is her. What is fleeting is everything else. There is a contrast happening every single day in millions of American homes. You scrolling, her waiting. You posting, her praying. You building a digital life, her just wanting 5 minutes of the real one. And here is the painful truth behind that contrast. According to the United States Surgeon General, we are in a loneliness epidemic. 1 in 4 adults report feeling completely isolated, disconnected, alone. We have more followers than any generation in history, more group chats, more notifications, more people liking our photos within seconds. And yet, we are the loneliest we have ever been. Because there is a difference between being seen and being known. Social media makes you visible. Your mother made you known. We have spent so much time chasing visibility that we forgot what it felt like to simply be known. And she has been offering us exactly that every single day. For free, without an algorithm, without a feed, without us even having to ask. She lives in your world. She asks about your job. She tries to understand your stress. She listens to things she doesn't fully get. Just because you're talking. But do you live in hers? Do you ask about her day? Do you sit with her? Without your phone in your hand? She crosses over into your world every single day. But you don't always cross back into hers. And somehow, she never complains about that. There's a generational gap here that deserves to be named honestly. She grew up in a world where connection was physical. It was proximity. It was eye contact. It was showing up at someone's door. Love was demonstrated through time. Time spent in the same room, at the same table, in the same kitchen, at the same hour every morning. It was not performed for an audience. It was lived between two people in the same space. You grew up at the crossroads, old enough to remember what her world felt like, young enough to be fully absorbed by the new one. And that in-between place creates a very specific kind of person. Someone who can feel the warmth of analog love while living a digital life. Someone who knows, instinctively, that something important exists outside the screen, even while the screen pulls hard. You are not the last generation to love your mother, but you may be the last generation to have grown up being loved by a mother who had no other audience, whose love was entirely, uncomplicatedly yours, not shared with followers, not filtered, not timed to an algorithm, just given, without strategy, without expectation of anything in return. That is rarer than we realize. This part is hard, but it's important. Think about the last week of your life. How many times did a notification make you smile? A meme, a message, a like on your photo. Now think, how many times did your mother's name on your screen make you feel that same urgency? Be honest, just with yourself. You reply to strangers faster than you reply to her. Someone you have never met. Someone who doesn't know your middle name. Someone who wouldn't notice if you disappeared tomorrow. You respond to them in seconds. But her message? Seen. She called. You were busy. Not working busy. Scrolling busy. Watching videos you don't even remember anymore. And she just put the phone down. She didn't get angry. She didn't text, "Why aren't you picking up?" She just waited for you to call back. She always waits. But here's where it gets interesting. The guilt you feel isn't really about the phone. Not entirely. The phone is just the symbol. The guilt runs deeper. It's the guilt of having grown, of having moved, of having built a version of yourself that she raised you toward, and then feeling like that movement somehow left her behind. It didn't. She raised you to leave. That was always the goal. That was always the love. Building someone capable of going, and the ache you feel now is partially the recognition of that. She prepared you for a world she didn't fully know was coming. She equipped you for a life she wouldn't fully understand, and she did it anyway, without hesitation, because your flourishing was more important to her than her own proximity to it. That's the kind of love that doesn't have a hashtag. It doesn't need one. She is, in the truest psychological sense, your first safe person. The original anchor. The first experience of unconditional presence your nervous system ever had. And the body remembers that, even when the mind gets busy. Even when the years pile up and the distance grows and the calls get shorter, some part of you is always reaching back toward that. The phone is loud. She is quiet. But quiet isn't absence. Quiet is the frequency she's always been on, the one your nervous system still knows how to find. There will come a moment, it may have already come, when you look at your phone and realize she hasn't called. Not because she stopped caring, because the calls became less frequent, because time moved faster than either of you meant it to. And in that moment, something shifts. You'll call her back, and she'll answer immediately. Because she was waiting, she is always waiting. Not with resentment, not with performance, simply waiting the way she always has, with all of herself. For you, without conditions, without keeping score. That's the thing about a mother who never learned to express love through a screen. She only knows one way to do it. Through her actual, complete, undivided presence. She gives you all of herself because she doesn't know how to give you a curated version. She never learned to filter. She never learned to edit herself for an audience. You are her audience. You were always her audience. And you always had her full attention, even when you didn't know that's what you were receiving. I want you to imagine something. It's a regular Tuesday. Maybe 10 years from now, maybe more. You pick up your phone. Force of habit. You scroll a little, and then you want to call her, just to hear her voice, just to tell her about your day, the way she always waited to hear, and you dial, and it rings, and it rings, and it rings, and no one answers. That day will come for all of us, and on that day, every moment you chose the scroll over her voice, every call you didn't pick up, every dinner where you were half present, will come back to you all at once. You won't care about your follower count. You won't care about the reel that went viral. You will just want one more phone call, one more meal she made, one more moment where she said your name the way only she says it. You don't need to feel ashamed of the distance. You don't need to punish yourself for the calls you missed or the moments you were half present or the times the phone won. That guilt, when it comes, is not evidence of failure. It's evidence of love. A love so deep it surfaces as ache, as longing, as the sudden need to call her right now, not tomorrow. We are a generation navigating something genuinely new. The first to feel the full weight of what it means to be online while the people we love most exist offline, the first to carry both worlds simultaneously. And that's disorienting in ways that don't always have words. But she doesn't need you to have words. She never did. She just needs to hear your voice. To know that somewhere in all the noise of your life, you still find your way back to her. She's not simple because she missed the digital era. She's simple in the way that clean water is simple, in the way that a hand on your shoulder when you're scared is simple, in the way that being known truly, completely, unconditionally known is the simplest and most profound thing one human being can offer another. She gave you that before you could ask for it, before you even knew you needed it. We are the last generation to have a mother like this. Simple, unplugged, present, real. A mother who waited without texting, who loved without posting, who prayed without anyone watching. Don't waste it. Put the phone down tonight, just for an hour. Call her, or sit with her, or just be near her. Let her talk. Just listen. Because one day, you'll scroll through your phone, and she won't be there to call your name.